Good morning, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, in my morning contemplative time, I had the pleasure of walking in the forest, even though it was pouring rain, and I was nicely bundled and covered, so that was all good. But it was wonderful to have this temperature. So it was 9 degrees Celsius when I left for my walk this morning, and it was a beautiful way to spend a day in December. How beautiful. In any case, it got me reflecting, as I do, and into a contemplative space. And the reflecting or contemplation that I did was about reflection. And of course, so I'd see the water falling on the water and seeing the reflection of that. I'd see trees and birds and that reflecting in the water, which is one of my favorite things to look at. And I thought about reflection in terms of energy, of course, about what is this reflecting to me. Because I'm into energy work, I'd love to share this idea with you about reflecting, because whether I work with grief recovery and people notice that they might be reflecting certain patterns that were set up by family or friends that they've grown up with, and then when I move into brain retraining, certain patterns reflecting old patterns. And then when I look at energy work itself, and we look at our vibrational patterns of thoughts, words, and actions, and how that will often be reflected with the things that we meet in our days too. So I thought I'd start with one quotation, which was by Dreier. I think that's how you'd say it. Thomas Dreier. And this quotation said, "The world is a great mirror. It reflects back to you what you are." I love that, because I can say that I feel so welcomed by the forest, and certainly in terms of friends and family, like I feel so blessed at this time in my life. And of course, this all changes, right? So all of us go through different emotions, thoughts, feelings that then reflect in the world around us. And we can look at it through judgment of the other, or we can start using it for understanding ourselves. And this is what I love about energy work, because there's so much to learn about ourselves with what happens around us. So, right now, again, I'm in this space which really feels beautiful, that I feel like there's been some transformation that's allowing me to stay in this space a little bit more regularly. And this is what I wish for everyone and anyone. So, I'd love for you to have a mindful attention to this today, because I'm planting the seed in your head. I came across another quotation which said, "The way blue ocean water is a reflection of the sky, your actions are the reflection of thoughts." And I love that. So the way blue ocean water is a reflection of the sky, your actions are a reflection of thoughts. So, today, so I see this man-made lake, and of course, I look and I see sometimes it's a brilliant blue, and it's of course reflecting the sky. And today it was all cloudy, and it's also reflecting the sky. And then what I choose to see from it is beauty, because that's the consistency, right? So that's the reality. Everything else is an illusion, right? So if you can keep up with that thinking, I'd love for you to look at your life experiences this way too, that when something is ruffled up, maybe there's a brisk wind on that water, whether the ocean or a lake, and it'll shake everything up and you won't even see things very clearly. Yet, that's just the illusion of something that's just passing, right? And soon there will be calm waters again. And that often reflects our own lives, right? So, of course, I would love for you to sit down for 5 minutes after this video and think about, how is the reflection of your own energy coming back at you? Are you seeing things as chaotic outside of you? Are you seeing things as nothing's in control? Does it feel like, oh, everything is so not good? Because that's reflecting your own thoughts too. If you can be in a space where things are more settled and centered, even when you're looking at water that's rough, you'll see the beauty in it. And I wish that for all of us. So today I will finish with this quotation, which I also would love for you to think about, because a lot of people, when they start thinking about this, if suddenly a lot of people come to you or your experience, or suddenly experiences start happening that are not so good, and you're looking within and saying, wow, that means something in me is not so good, I thought I'd finish with this quotation, which says, The water is always deeper than what it reflects. The water is always deeper than what it reflects. So remember, even though there's a reflection, there's the mirroring of things that are coming to us or that we're reflecting back. Do you know that if we respond in a particular way that's not so good, and we can think about, way I could have answered something in a different way, I could have done things in a better way. When we're looking at that, we can easily understand that, yeah, but I did it because of this. I said this because of this. I acted this way because of this. We've got all the reasons in the world for doing the things, right? And then we can say, yeah, it was I wasn't feeling good that day. I was in pain. I was upset, whichever, right? So again, whether how you're thinking, speaking, or acting, it will reflect the thoughts that are in the mind. And always we give ourselves those outs, right? If I understand fully the depth of which I came from when I thought, spoke, or did X, right? Whatever I did. And we don't always give that out to another person, right? And I'd love for you to realize today that when you're looking at another person and thinking, wow, that person should have said this, thought this, done this, remember that they're always much deeper than what you think, right? So it's a lot deeper than what we can just see in the two-dimensional perspective that we carry with us. So I'd love for you to think about these thoughts. I know they're a little bit deep thoughts today, and I hope that you're able to go into that depth. But for sure, for 5 minutes, to try to just think of, what are you reflecting? What are you receiving? And how does this help you be just a little bit better? I wish you a fantastic day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.